Good happenings, friends and subscribers. Today it was a match between New Zealand and Bangladesh, and I have to say that New Zealand had a very easy victory over Bangladesh by 8 wickets. Uh, Bangladesh were definitely, I definitely not put a score which was on par according to me. But having said that, that score was not even enough, 248, because it was an 8 wicket victory by New Zealand. And New Zealand, as I said, they are the red hot team along with South Africa in this World Cup right now. India also there. So India, South Africa, New Zealand are the red hot teams who have been doing well and have been getting victories under the belt. And this was the third victory for New Zealand. I just want to, so I'm going to just talk about this particular game, and then tomorrow we have an iconic clash coming up in the World Cup, and that's between arch rivals India versus Pakistan. That's going to be played in front of 100,000 spectators at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. And it's a festival time. It's in Gujarat. Navratri is very special celebration as well. And what a moment over there with India and Pakistan clashing. And it's going to be a festive atmosphere to me at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad tomorrow. But before I get there, let me just, I will do a brief preview of India versus Pakistan. But before I even get there, I would like to speak about this game between Bangladesh and New Zealand. So first and foremost, I have to say, let's look at the toss here. If you look at the toss was won by New Zealand, and New Zealand inserted Bangladesh into bat, as we have been seeing in the trend in this World Cup. One thing I have to tell, compared to all the other matches today, we didn't have any centurions in the World Cup. It was played in Chennai today. It was the 11th match, a day-night encounter, and New Zealand, as I said, won by 8 wickets. And Bangladesh, one thing I have to say here is that New Zealand bowlers were absolutely on the mark. There was some assistance for them. There was some pace. There was some bounce. But definitely one has to say that was very less evident when Bangladesh were bowling against New Zealand. But looking at Bangladesh batting, in fact, the first ball itself fetching a wicket as Lytton Das trying to clip a delivery from Trent Bolt through the onside was taken down at fine leg. He clipped it, and that was it. The fine leg, Matt Henry holding the catch. And it was a great start for New Zealand because Lytton Das can be pretty dangerous. And Trent Bolt was the one who gave them a very early breakthrough of the very first delivery. After that, Tansi doesn't look good, smacking 4 boundaries in a knock of 16 before Ferguson had the better of him. Look, good to see Ferguson bowl with lots of pace, and he was the man of the match today. Picked up 3 wickets. Tansi making 16. Mathiasen played 3 gorgeous cover drives, making 30 of 46 with 4 fours, and he was also a victim of Ferguson. Shanto failed with the bat. He was gone for 7 with the right arm of Offie Phillips taking his wicket. And then definitely there was a sort of a rot which was there for New Zealand. It was for Sri Lanka, for Bangladesh, 56 for 4 in 12.1 overs, and definitely needed 2 experienced campaigners in the middle. One was the Bangladesh captain, Shakib Al Hassan, and the other side, it was Mushfiqur Rahim. I have to say, Shakib Al Hassan's innings, probably he had some injury. It was less convincing than Mushfiqur Rahim, but nevertheless, it was 96 runs to the good because somebody had to do the recovery, and the recovery was done by these 2 experienced campaigners, Shakib Al Hassan and Mushfiqur Rahim. And Shakib Al Hassan definitely, compared to Mushfiqur Rahim, who was looking very free-flowing in his knock of 66 of 75, 9 fours, because they definitely had to really repair the damage first and then slowly build towards an innings. And then finally, we saw Mushfiqur Rahim play a few very pleasing strokes. 66 of 75. He also hit a 6 of Ferguson, and it was very good to see the movement by Mushfiqur Rahim at the crease, where he was giving him ample room to play the strokes. It was good to see. 66 of 75, 6 fours, 2 6s. Shakib Al Hassan contributed 40 of 51 deliveries, 3 4s and 2 6s. But I thought Mushfiqur Rahim's knock was much better than Shakib Al Hassan, who probably could not force the pace as much as what Mushfiqur. But in the end, as you know, I was told that he had an injury, so one can understand. But other than that, there was absolutely no support from the order. Yes, Mahmudullah, as you know, he was there till the end, and because of his bit of some playing some is the finishing strokes. He remained not out on 41 or 49, 2 4s, 2 6s, and Bangladesh got to a matter of respectability on this particular pitch, 245 for 9. Looking at the bowling, Trent bowled at 10 overs to 45, Matt Henry 2 for 58 of his quota, Lockie Ferguson 3 for 49, took away the man of the match. Mitchell Santner wheeled in superbly, 10 overs, 1 made and 1 for 31. None for 13, 1 for 13 for Glenn Phillips. Rachin Ravindra was a bit costly, 7 overs for 37 with no returns. And Daryl Mitchell, solitary over for 11. Now, Bangladesh 245, as I said, was never looking like a challenging total. And New Zealand, totally, as I said, red hot form. They proved it out to be right there at the center. Yes, they lost Rachin Ravindra, who was snapped up by Mushfiqur Rahim, getting a faint edge of the bowling of Mustafizur Rahman, who bowled well. I thought the Bangladesh, as I said, it was not the same assistance that the Bangladeshi bowlers got as the ball started skidding. And Rachin Ravindra was an early victim for just 9 runs of 13 deliveries, which included 2 boundaries. After that, Devon Conway and Kane Williamson started stitching together a partnership. It was 50. It was 80 runs partnership that was stitched by Devon Conway, who made 45 of 59 deliveries with 3 4s. He was a victim of the bowling of Shakib Al Hassan. He was LBW, but Kane Williamson. It was good to see Kane Williamson. I'm told that Kane Williamson has not batted anywhere after he suffered that injury. So after 6 months, he's playing in any grade of cricket, and definitely Ken Williamson was looking very good at the crease while he was in, and what a shame that he had to retire hurt at 78 of 107 deliveries, and he looked fluent at the crease, 8 4s and 1 6, and that is happy news for New Zealand. Hopefully the injury that Williamson has is not aggravated, in my opinion. But Daryl Mitchell, right away, as soon as he arrived at the crease, the first ball he got from after the wicket of Devon Conway, when Shakib Al Hassan was the bowler, he immediately, the very first ball from Shakib Al Hassan, he tonked it into the crowd for a 6, even though Mahmudullah made an effort to actually get to it. But Daryl Mitchell's innings was simply took the breath away. I mean, you know that he's a very reliable, very mature player, and he interspersed his strokes, aggression with some tight defense, and finally, it was absolutely a sort of a real a walk in the park victory for New Zealand with the 8-wicket victory. Daniel Mitchell was not out on 89 of 67 deliveries, which included 6 4s and 4 6s. Glenn Phillips was not out 16 of 11 with 1 4 and 1 6. Game over, 8-wicket victory for New Zealand. And they are definitely on the top of the file as far as the points standings are concerned, 6 points. And also, so that's the match table situation. The bowling, Mustafiz Rahman, I thought really bowled well. 8 overs, 1 for 36. Shariful in patches, 7.5 overs, 1 made and none 43. Taskin Ahmed, yes, he leaked runs. 8 overs, none for 56. Shakib Al Hassan, 10 overs, 1 for 54. We normally don't see Shakib and the spinners going for more than 50, but yes, as I said, the New Zealand batting might is something that is well known, and definitely they showed that. Mehdi Hassan Miraj bowled 9 overs, in which he gave away 58 runs. So, as I promised, so that is all done and dusted. So, Bangladesh are not having a good World Cup. They've been losing their matches. But tomorrow, as I said, is the Titanic clash coming up. So, let me just brief about India's World Cup. And Indians are holding the edge over Pakistan. There is a big jinx for Pakistan to break tomorrow. I have to say that India is holding a 7-0 sway over Pakistan. They have never, ever won a World Cup match against India. And that is something that would be really, really hurting the minds of Pakistan, because they would definitely like to go and beat India in India. One thing I can tell you today, when I'm doing this preview, is that you know that we have been in this World Cup in India, we have been seeing tons of runs scored and records broken aplenty. So I'm not going to be a least bit surprised, because chasing, I mean, I'm told that this particular Narendra Modi pitch is going to be full of runs. New Zealand made merry against England, as you know, in the first game, as you would all remember. The defending champions were totally, totally humiliated. But one thing that I would like to state here, I have a strong feeling that this time it is even Stevens. I think, yes, Pakistan are missing Naseem Shah. India is at full strength, but India definitely have the advantage of the home support. So definitely the support is great for India. And for Pakistan, it's going to be difficult, because I think there have been a lot of visa issues for getting the visa, so which I can understand. But one thing, let's understand that the game is not over. As we all know, Indo-Pakistan games are never over till the last ball is bowled. Excitement is at fever pitch. It's electric excitement at the stadiums, as we all know. And the hype is already there. Everybody are just waiting for the battle to start tomorrow against between India and Pakistan. Uh, 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 my this is that the way I am looking at it in this particular game. In this particular game, yes, Pakistan have never beaten India. I'm thinking that this will be their best chance, because they already staged the most successful World Cup chase in history. And besides that, the Babar Azam is not looking in good form. So, well, it is definitely an advantage for India, but definitely he would love to get into great form against India. And Mohammad Rizwan is in super form, according to me. And the batting is looking well oiled. The bowling is looking good. I have a strong feeling we definitely are going to have a great battle. Even if India scores 350, or if Pakistan scores 350, the other way around, it is going to be a battle. And so you can't say just because India scored 350, Pakistan are not going to chase it, or Pakistan is going to score 350, India is not going to chase it. Well, it's not going to happen, because this particular we have seen in this World Cup that everything is chaseable. So definitely, you can't you can't I would say, you can't count it before the game is over. So definitely we have to really give it a real chance. And I think it's a best bet for Pakistan tomorrow, but it depends whether they are going to set a total, they're going to chase a total, but they have a good chance. It's looking good, as I said. They are looking good. They are looking like real contenders, in my opinion. And India, we all know that it's the massive crowd support that is going to be it's really going to be something which is going to come in very, very handy for India. And oh my, I can't even imagine what a setting it would be at the Narendra Modi Stadium tomorrow when the match really begins. And okay, let me look at the team. So Pakistan would like to break the jinx. They have struggled for 7 times in the World Cup, in 7 meetings that they had with India. This is the eighth clash with India in a World Cup. And the million-dollar question, according to me, is, can Pakistan break the jinx? Can Pakistan get at least one victory over India in a World Cup? And definitely the memories of Australia will be ripe, I suppose. I mean, that was before. Sorry, that was a T20. Okay. And let's talk about the Indian team. Indian team, I think they are looking. Yes, the question is, Shubman Gill has been there in the nets. It seems he's 99% fit. So, because he's just recovering from dengue fever, one does not know whether India would go and risk him, because Ishan Kishan is looking in good nick. Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, everybody, Rahul, Pandya. Yeah, I have one take on it. Uh, I have a strong feeling. Yes, Shardul Thakur was taken in the game against Afghanistan. Uh, I would love to see Ravi Chandran Ashwin against Pakistan. Now, Ravi Chandran Ashwin, as I've been always telling, he's playing his last World Cup. So I believe that we are not going to see Ashwin from the next World Cup. Shardul Thakur still has a long future. So I think looking at the composition, I think it would be better to have Ashwin in the team. It's not because of that, but also he can also bat. So he's also a useful bat. So I would rather say I would prefer Ravichandran Ashwin to be included tomorrow in the game, and that is going to be interesting as to whether is that going to work. I mean, this is my pure opinion about it, but again, is the think tank, the Indian think tank will decide on it. Pakistan, as I said, they are looking good. Abdullah Shafiq has scored his maiden ODI century. Imam is a bit of a worry with his hooking going on. Ori, Babar Azam again, I said, has to get into form. Mohammad Rizwan super form. Saud Shakil is looking good as well. Iftikhar Sharab Khan probably has to bowl much better than what he has been doing so far. Shaheen Afridi is going to be a potential threat for India. And then they have Haris Rauf, who can turn it on with his extreme pace. And the battle between Haris Rauf and Virat Kohli will be great to see after Virat Kohli hit that six, as you would remember, in Australia. Well, dear fans, friends, subscribers, I think it's going to be one hell of a clash, and nobody for the world can miss that particular clash, which is coming up tomorrow. Hope you all enjoyed the broadcast, and I will be there to talk on the game between India and Pakistan, and what a spectacle that is going to be tomorrow. And as I said, it's a festive atmosphere in the state of Gujarat, in Ahmedabad, and all the top dignitaries would be present over there, and you can't get a much festive occasion in Gujarat than when it is just the next day is going to be Navratri. So definitely, it's a very festive atmosphere in Gujarat, and I would say let the festival begin tomorrow between India and Pakistan, and see where the fireworks come from. Until such time, I see you folks. It's your host Ram signing off. Thank you.